Bonani. Now, the spiritual in charge of Chinmaya Mission Chennai will enlighten us on the topic Think Wisely and Act Selflessly. Swami Mitrananda ji is trustee Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, spiritual mentor of Chinmaya Mission Chennai and national advisor to All India Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, CHIC in short, ICHIC in short, a unique organization for motivating the youth to contribute to nation building through transformational leadership programs, youth empowerment programs, and urban or rural service initiatives. An inspiring speaker on leadership, governance, ethics, and nationalism, Swamiji is also speaker and panelist at World Hindu Economic Forum. Can we have Swamiji on screen, please?
Namaskar, Hari Om. Am I audible? Volume is fine? Yeah, thanks. My salutations to all of you. Namaste. Happy National Youth Day. The young people out there listening to me, next year make it more grander. Go out and celebrate. To that point that at some point in the coming years, Government of India should think of dedicating this day as a national holiday. It depends upon how the youth gather and celebrate it. So wish you all a happy National Youth Day. And it is dedicated in honor of Swami Vivekananda. Like Radhakrishnan's birthday is dedicated to teachers, Vivekananda's birthday is dedicated to the youth of the nation, because Vivekananda himself was very young. When he took up the load of work, he was young, and when he passed away, attained Samadhi, he was not even 40. At 39, Vivekananda passed away. So the entire journey of his was a young man. And one of the finest ambassadors India has ever seen at the global level. If you see, Vivekananda represented India, and he was the finest ambassador India has seen till date. Taking India to the global forum and presenting it there and making people turn towards this nation. Once people were looking at us, that's why everybody wanted to come. Vasco da Gama wanted to find sea route to India. Columbus wanted to find sea route to India. You understand? He landed up in America. Columbus got lost. He missed 2 continents. Imagine getting lost 2 continents. One street or something one can understand, but he missed 2 continents. He wanted to come to India and he landed in America because he wanted to find India, because India was the thing. That's why even East India Company in the 17th century, when they came, they know India was a great place for trade. So that was India. And when we lost our freedom and we were invaded and various things by which we landed into a shell of not having self-worth, it is Vivekananda who brought India back to the global vision. In a global platform, he represented India so well that people started looking up to India. One word which Vivekananda always told, which all the young people there, you need to remember, Vivekananda always said, struggle is my motto. Imagine what a motto to keep. You should also take something as your personal motto in life. For Vivekananda, struggle was his motto. He said, struggle is my motto. Think. When things are difficult, dark, dreary, I say struggle. And when things are all fine and I know there is light setting in, I still say struggle. This is what he said. He kept struggle as his motto. So young friends, please keep this vision in mind. Don't quit. When you take up, it's not going to be easy, but it's worth enjoying the struggle. My teacher, Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji, particularly when he addressed the youth, he used to always say, youth are not useless, they are useless. That's something which he often said. They are not careless, they are cared less. Another thing which he would say for the youth is, the joy is not in the trophy won, it is in the race run. Friends, remember this. The joy is in the race run and not in the trophy won. So it's not the trophy which gives you the joy, it is the race you run. How you perform gives you joy. The action should give us joy, not just the destination. The journey should be beautiful. So he always said, so taking Vivekananda, what he said, and what Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji said, that the journey is the reward. So in the process, we should know to enjoy and put our effort. Never quit. That's what these two people said. And Dr. Kalam used to say, to think small is a sin. Please remember, young people, just remember this. To think small is a sin. Don't commit this mistake of thinking small. Let's think big. Let's think larger vision. Let's struggle. Let struggle be our motto. Let's enjoy the race. Let's enjoy the process. When we do this, it will lead us towards that goal. And Bhagwad Geeta is such a beautiful book which teaches us to do this. Arjuna wanted to run away from challenge. When there was a challenge staring at him, he wanted to run away. Please remember, Arjuna was the most competent archer of his times, the number one. Very few people competed with his levels. He was well known, number one, most wanted man among, most popular men among all people, all kinds of people. And he was that great archer. And the Pandavas and the supporters of Pandavas knew that the Pandavas can only win with Arjuna. This confident Arjuna suddenly succumbed. When he saw the enemies in the battlefield, some of his own people, he saw, he shook, and he struggled. And it went into his head. His confidence shattered, psychologically collapsed. Arjuna was once again brought back. Krishna gave him the knowledge by which Arjuna can bounce back. That's why you must give Bhagwad Geeta as a gift to yourself. Keep Gita as your friend, as your guide, the philosopher, the guide. Keep Gita that way, because it is such a beautiful book. All you need to do is open it, and sometime you may need little help today to read the book, because sometimes certain slokas you may find it difficult. But don't worry. Today you have, when you go, luckily we are living in a world of the internet, and the internet is full of so many teachers of Bhagavad Gita. So the worst you're finding difficult, if you can go there and find out, there'll be enough people explaining, or there would have similar doubt would have come, and there are so many people who would have answered. Such facilities are available today. So take Bhagavad Gita as your friend. Anchor your life in it, and nothing will stop you. You will know to struggle, and you will enjoy the struggle. The strive, you will enjoy the process. And a person who is committed to Gita cannot have insecurities in life, cannot have low self-esteem, cannot walk with impurity. The person's vision would be great. My Guru, Swami Chinmayananji, so Gurudev used to tell us, to bring out the best in you, you need a noble vision, a higher goal, something nobler, something higher. When you have a goal like that, only then the best in you comes out. If we keep a mediocre goal, our performance will also be mediocre. Being mediocre, performance will also be mediocre. What's the point? Then you live a mediocre average life and go. No. Let's keep the highest goal so that the best in us comes out. A high goal, a noble goal is necessary to bring out the best in us. Now, in the Gita today, we will discuss about act wisely and live a life selflessly. There is a beautiful verse in the 12th chapter of the Bhagwad Gita. In the 12th chapter, the 4th verse says, Sanniyam Indriya Gramam Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha Te Prapnuvanti Mameva Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. This is the verse. I just said it in Sanskrit. The meaning is the one who knows to live a life where you can manage your five senses well. Eyes, ears, nose, taste, touch. These are the sense organs we have. And those who have mastered the sense management. You understand, we talk about waste management. We talk about time management. We're talking about managing these things. We should know about sense management. Managing our senses. Eyes, ears, nose, taste, touch. These five senses go out into the world regularly, or something or other comes into us from the world through these five senses. They play a doorway. Either it goes out or coming in. We need to see, should I allow everything to come in? Or should I let everything go out from me? Should there be a checkpoint to check what's coming in and what's going out? You know, when you check in and check out, we say, isn't it? Everywhere you have a check post and all that. So let this be a check-in. Check what's coming in. We don't have to allow all trash to come inside. Unwanted things happen around us and they keep going in. Just check on what you spend your time on. Are you spending your time on useful stuff or on trash? Check. That is called Sanniyam Indriya Gramam, managing the senses. Whatever, on what are you spending time? Spend time on things which can help you to move forward in life. Of course, you need entertainment, but don't make entertainment full-time occupation of your mind when you have other goals in life. If you're an entertainer, then it is different. That's a different profession. But otherwise, have nice time, entertain yourself, give space it, but please understand your goals in life are more important. So you can't let everything at every moment come inside, occupy your mind. So please check on what are you spending your time, majorly on what is your association, how far is your friends are nobler in thinking or influencing you good, or are they negative influence? Check. Sanniyam Indriya Gramam, manage your senses well. So how do I manage my senses? I check in what comes in and I check what goes out. These two I need to check correctly, coming in and going out. This is first point. So first point is sense management. So please understand, this is very, very important. And the second point, he says, Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha. At all places, wherever you go, do not get shaken. Stay balanced. Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha. The mind and intellect of mine should not oscillate. I should know to be balanced in all places. This is the greatest gift you can give yourself. And this is what Gita says. Wherever you go, my friend, stay balanced. Don't get perturbed. Don't allow the world to disturb you. Neither to get too excited about the world either. Check your excitement, check your depression, balance it. Then you live life. When you know to live life balanced, you will never be scared to think big. Because a balanced mind is not scared. A balanced mind has no fear. A balanced mind has no anxiety. So I should know to keep myself balanced. How do I do? Sarvatra Samabuddhaya. Please remember, every experience that comes to us stays for a while and then it goes away. It's there and then it is gone. So no experience, joy or sorrow, can stay with us forever. It is there for a while and it moves. Even this will pass away. Every experience has a beginning and an end. Agamapa, anityaha. They have a beginning, they have an end, they come and go. So if something comes, if sadness comes, do not get depressed, because it's not the first time you're feeling sad. You have handled sadness so many times. Difficult situations, you have handled it so many times. And when happiness comes, don't get too excited about it, because that also has come to you from childhood. So many times you were happy, so many times you were sad. So sadness and happiness is not new experience to us. Let it come. Let us stay balanced. Do not fall into that into either depression or excitement, stay balanced. Sarvatra samabuddhaya. Then he says the third point, only 3 points, and then he says, Te prapnuvanti mameva. Such a person will reach my state. Such a person can rise up to be like how Krishna was. Krishna was divine. A person understanding this can become divine. Te prapnuvanti mameva. They reach my divinity. They rise up to the state what Krishna was. What are the 3 points? Sense management, first point. Second point, sarvatra samabuddhaya. Everything comes and goes. Don't get too excited. Balance yourself. Third point, sarva bhuta hite rataha. Take joy. Delight yourself in seeing people around you happy. Find joy in the well-being of others. Sarva bhuta, all beings, plant and animal. Sarva bhuta hite rataha. Be cheerful in seeing others' success. Be delighted in seeing the well-being of others. Let all others also do well. So friends, a simple way how to, like this is thinking wisely. The first 2 points is think wisely. Check in, check out what comes and goes. Wherever you go, stay balanced. Third point is act selflessly. How do I act selflessly? Very simple. When you go to pray, you're praying for yourself. For every prayer which is for yourself, pray 2 more which is selfless. For somebody or other. For every selfish prayer, 2 selfless prayers are important. Just make this your practice. When you go and pray in front of the Lord, whoever you worship, when you stand there and you're praying, maybe for your health or maybe for your mother and father, your children, whosoever is dear to you, for them you pray. In that, add selflessness. If you're praying 2 selfish prayers, there should be 4 selfless prayers. What is selfless prayers? It could be the lady who cleans the toilets in the school where you're studying. It could be the lady who brings vegetables and sells in your street. It could be the auto rickshaw driver in the corner, or the bus conductor who gives you the ticket, or the bus driver. It could be somebody whom you know but you do not know personally, but they are a kind of an acquaintance. In your world, start praying for their well-being. They will not even know you're praying for them, and they should not even know. That's the beauty of prayer. You simply pray for their well-being. Such people in your known world, you know them, but there is no personal connection, but you know they are there and you know them. So start praying. Increase selflessness this way. Once this this thought sit in our mind, we will start considering the well-being of others around us, because what we are today, so many factors were involved to benefit us, isn't it? How many people planted trees once upon a time, and now today we had a beautiful session just before mine talking about it. They have all worked and we are benefiting. So we are taking from the world, we should know to give. So to live selflessly is start giving more than what you take. When you go to the temple and you're praying for 2, then 4 is selfless. Giving more than what you take. That is living selflessly. So once you make this way a prayer where you start praying for others, and slowly you will find someone in your area, in your little world where you're living, they need something, you will naturally go and support them. Naturally help them. If you have knowledge, share knowledge. If you have some talent, share the talent. If you are educated and they are not educated, educate them. Or probably their children, the maid's child, may need tuitions and you can take for them. That way you will start working selflessly. This way, when we do, the community becomes stronger and stronger. We don't have to go around developing the whole nation. Let us be good in our little world where we are. My guru, Swami Chinmaya always used to say, you change, the world around you changes. So let's do this in our little world. Help somebody or other do a selfless work. in whatever talent you have. What we have is a gift given to us by the Lord. What we do with that is our gift to Him. This is again Swami Chinmayananji's quote. So start giving gifts to the world around you. That way the world becomes better. Your little world. We are not talking about the entire planet. My small loka where I live, I try to help the people around me. Some of them I know personally, some I may not know, but just help them. This way, when you do, we slowly become better and better. Individually, if each one of us are trying to make a small little world a better, naturally the nation also would be better. This is a beautiful verse. Just imagine 3 points, and Krishna says you will become divine. Check in what comes in and what goes out. Sanyam, Indriya, Gramam. Check in and check out. Keep a check there. Sarvatra Samabuddhaya. Wherever you go, stay balanced. Do not allow anything to come and disturb you. Refuse to get disturbed by the world around. Say, I have been disturbed all the while. Now onwards, I will not be disturbed. There is no power in the world to disturb me. I will stay balanced. Keep a time frame. Get this. And little way you can do it is like, let's say tomorrow. Tell yourself, tomorrow, the 13th January, dedicating to Vivekananda and to the Bhagwad Geeta for half a day, only half a day tomorrow, I will practice balance of mind. Come what may, if anything comes, I will not get myself disturbed, nor I will get excited. Just practice this for half a day tomorrow. And once you do this till 12 noon, then you will understand, oh, I can do it. Then next day again practice till 12 noon. Then in the afternoon, you get agitated. Before noon, stay calm, stay. If you can do this for 1 week, then you get the knack of not to be disturbed by the world. Sarvatra Samabuddhaya. Wherever you go, you will naturally be balanced. Why should I be balanced? Because what is the point getting agitated? Because how many times sadness has come and gone? How many times happiness has come and gone? They can't remain. They all have a beginning and they go. So even this will pass away, so I don't have to be disturbed. Balance yourself and help people around you. Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. These 3 points: sense management, balance of mind, helping people around you. If you do these 3, Krishna says, Te prapnuvanti mameva. Such a person will reach me. Me means will become divine like me. So human, Gita, that is the most beautiful book. The most beautiful aspect of Gita is Gita can transform humans to divine. We are divine, but we have forgotten we are divine, and we are thinking we are limited human beings. Once we study Gita, it can transform human to divine. That's what it can do. Means it puts us back to our own self. This is such a wonderful book. So I would say, please commit to it. Make this book your friend. So many people have made it in our country and abroad. In our country, people like Subhash Chandra Bose, Khudiram Bose, if you take Vivekananda himself, and today Swami Chinmaya and so many others. And then when you look at people like in the Hollywood, Will Smith, he's committed to the book. And I would recommend, there's a beautiful movie Will Smith has acted. It is called The Legend of Bagger Vance. It is called The Legend of Bagger Vance. Watch that movie. Bagger Vance means they've played the word Bhagavan into Bagger Van. That's how they played. And the guy who plays there, it's a dialogue between a golfer and his caddy. And the golfer is Arjuna. So in the movie, his name is Rolf Juno, Juno, Arjuna. And when you see, they go through 18 chapters of Gita through 18 holes in a golf course. A dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna brought out by Hollywood in a movie called The Legend of Bagger Vance. Will Smith acted as Krishna in that movie. As a caddy, he played. And that inspired him, and he's committed to the Gita. So just look, whether it is Hollywood or whether it is India, around the world, people are finding a liking. And it is a beautiful book to anchor and make it your friend. Then you will think wisely and act selflessly. And those 3 steps can take us to divine. Come on, just 3 steps. All of us can do that. It was lovely talking to you people. I stop here to invite questions. Let's straight away get into Q&A. Thank you very much.
As Swamiji says, now the session is open for questions. If anyone has any questions for Swamiji, may ask now. Do we have any questions?
Arunachal Pradesh. Hariom Swamiji, everybody says that one should live for others, but without satisfying oneself, how can a person think about others? I am very confused that first one should think about oneself or about others. Thank you.
I'm glad. That's a very good question. Should I think only about others and ignore me? Never. Then others have to think about you. You understand? You must know to take care of yourself. Why are we born? We are born to exhaust certain desires which we have. Exhaust those desires intelligently. Go out in the world, enjoy the world, cherish. The world is made that way. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So you are living here to exhaust those vasanas, exhaust those desires well. Enjoy, celebrate life, celebrate the world around you, celebrate the gifts what God has given to you, respect it and celebrate. But please understand, that is not the only thing you should do. Living only for yourself isn't correct, because for everything which we have enjoyed so far, so many others are involved. For example, my friend, this question you have asked, I want you to think the food we eat today. When you take up a handful of meal, your dinner, when you're going to eat, please understand, from where did this food come from? How many factors, how many people and factors are involved in that food reaching you? Handful of food, handful of meal, handful of rice. Think of the process. There was a farmer somewhere working day and night. He has to set the field, till, make the soil fertile, keep it perfect, then sow the seeds and guard it. Farmer. And from there, the food is to be brought in to the wholesale market. Transport. How many people are involved in transporting from the farm to the wholesale market? How many industries are required to keep the transport going? Imagine a truck bringing food from a farm to the wholesale market. Trucks are required, and to create trucks, a factory is required. How many people are involved there? And the road to travel, to make a road, how many elements are required? Road engine, tar, mud, gravel, and all have to be produced somewhere. How many people are there? And then that food reaches the wholesale market, from there to retail market. And then it gets to your nearest supermarket. And your father or mother has to work hard. And that is again another industry, so that they get the purchasing power called money. And then they buy that. And then how many people are involved in cooking it? Not just cooking, the utensils required, the table in which the food is served. So the handful of meal what I eat, just imagine how many factors, known, unknown, are involved. Think. So even a small thing like a handful of rice which I swallow, so many factors are involved. That means I'm taking more than what I give. So let us slowly change. You live well, celebrate your life, but just don't be only your celebration. Start giving it also. You enjoy, you live life well, and just add the joy to the people around you. Make them also live happily. Start giving more than what you have received. So imagine, for a handful of meal, how many factors are involved. So for every desire, when it gets fulfilled, how many people around us were involved in that desire of mine being fulfilled? Let's be grateful to all these known, unknown people around me. That's why we should pray for them. And that's why we should do something for known or unknown people. So live life well and also help others. This way, by living well, your vasanas are exhausted. By serving others, you're doing good work and your mind gets purified. When the vasanas are exhausted and the mind is also purified, we become divine. So service should lead us to divinity. That doesn't mean when you decide to serve, you should not take care of yourself. That is wrong. Gita never teaches that way. Gita says you take care of yourself and also the people around. I hope if you think in these lines, you should get more clarity on your question. Next question, please.
Thank you, Swamiji. Another question.
My name is Sanskriti, and my question is, how can we train our mind for peace and purpose every day? And how can we understand the life management aspects through Bhagwad Geeta?
Thank you for that question. Life management through Bhagwad Gita, that is one second part of your question. And the first part of it, how can I maintain peace and purpose? Mind will get agitated. It is natural. People like Wayne Dyer, who has done research on mind, he says in a day, our mind, in our mind, 60,000 thoughts pass by. 60,000 thoughts pass through our mind daily. Imagine what amount of thoughts keep flowing. 60,000 thoughts in a day. So when thoughts are rushing like this, mind can never be peaceful, because so many thoughts keep coming and we keep identifying with the thought. We run with the thought. We are lost into the theme of the thought, and therefore the peace is very, very hard. The peace is difficult. So we need to reduce the flow of thought so that the mind is easier to control and there is more peace. More thoughts rush, the mind is not peaceful. Thought flow has to be reduced. How do I reduce my thought flow? Do not unnecessarily think about the past and do not unnecessarily think about the future. I'm not saying don't think of the past at all. It is impossible. I'm not saying don't plan for the future at all. That is also impossible. As young people, that is impossible. When you have reached a yogic state, you don't have to worry about anything. There is neither planning nor regret. You just live in the moment, surrender to the Lord and going. Till you get there, you need to think about the past, but reveling in the past should be avoided. Unnecessarily don't go there. And unnecessarily don't become too anxious for the future. Don't rush there too. Try to be more in the now, in the present. Like most of you, I mean, even the person who asked this question look like a student. Now, please understand, when you give an exam, where are you when you're in the examination hall? You see the question paper and you're writing. The answer is coming. You have gone consciously into your memory, the past, and from there you pick the answer, consciously come to the present, and then you write. So even in going consciously to the past, you were only in the present. Try to be more in the present. Instead of rushing into the past and the future, the thought flow would reduce. If 60,000 thoughts become 40,000 thoughts, there is peace. 20,000 thoughts are gone, that is peace. It reduces down to further, more peaceful. Try to be more in the now, in the present, you will be more happy. All our rishis in the past have taught us to do japa. Japa is a very beautiful, time-tested technique of managing mind. When you have a mala like this, and when you chant the name of the Lord in your mind, and you move the beads at the body level, you are aligning the mind and body together. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. When you're chanting Om Namah Shivaya in the mind and you're moving the beads one by one, the body and the mind are aligned. When the body and mind are aligned and they are in the same place, you are in the now. Mind body alignment, MBA. So you can remember it. MBA, mind body alignment. You understand? Mind body alignment. So get your mind body aligned most of the time. So how do I do it? When you're cycling, just cycle. When you're swimming, just swim. Don't unnecessarily go. The body is in one place, mind goes elsewhere. Don't do it. See that the mind and body is aligned. When you eat food, taste it. Let the mind body be aligned there. MBA every moment, mind body alignment. In small actions, start doing it. Then you will know you're living in the now. You will find your peace and purpose. More peaceful you will live. And the second point is, how can Gita help you? Gita is a beautiful manual. And if you see Gita, even verses are dedicated, chapters are dedicated. Gita has been already classified. That is one of the finest contribution by Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji. If you, and we are giving to all the participants this book. So if you once you get this book, open it, or on the ebook, when you see, go to the first portion where you will find Gita for teenagers, Gita for politicians, Gita for leaders, Gita for this, Gita for that. It has been already classified. When you have a particular problem and you want a solution, you can go to that section, go and see what that book is telling you for that particular verse is talking to you. Then you will find solutions. So it is a most beautiful manual of life management. Not just one. It doesn't teach us only to manage body. It doesn't teach us only to manage mind. It teaches us to manage the intellect and go beyond it. So the body is managed with the understanding of Gita. Mind is managed. Intellect is managed. These are the three equipments we have: body, mind, and intellect. These three, how to manage these three is what is being discussed. And once I manage these three, I go beyond them. I become divine. So it is like how to live and how to evolve. That is what the Gita teaches. How to live and how to evolve. So please commit yourself to study of the Gita. And you will see how beautifully it helps you in managing. And please remember, Bhagwad Gita is not sannyasis book. It is not a dialogue between two sannyasis. We are teaching because we have committed full time to teach so that we reach more people. That is all, as sannyasis. But please understand, Bhagwad Gita is a dialogue between two army men, two soldiers, two warriors in the battlefield were discussing. One was losing confidence, another guy was confident. It was a dialogue between two soldiers. Two prince who has to lead the country. So it's the most competent people discussing. It was a dialogue. It was not sannyasi's dialogue. So don't say this, when I become old, I'll read, or when I become a sannyasi, I'll read Gita. It is meant for people who are young, like you, to commit to it now, so that you live rest of your life well. Imagine what we discussed, Sarvatra Samabuddhaya. Let us say you get this when you're 20, 22, 24, 25, and you're going to live till 85. Imagine the next 60 years, you're not disturbed by the world. World can throw anything, but you're not perturbed. How beautiful is that living? Get that. Commit to it when you're young. That is very important. Next question.
Can we have the next question, please?
Probably the last question. We're running out of time. Yeah.
Hari Om, my name is Alina Tamang and my question is, does Bhagwad Gita promote caste system? Suppose if I am a Brahmin girl and I decided to marry someone who is a Dalit, will that be against my dharma and karma as Brahmin girl? Because Krishna is the one who categorized people into 4 varnas.
I'm so happy actually for this question. This question is very important. I'm glad this child asked this question. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, 4 classification. Now you forget these 4 Sanskrit terms, throw them out. That is where we get confused. Throw this Sanskrit terms out. Let's translate them. Thinkers, Brahmana, thinkers. Kshatriya, administrators, rulers. Thinkers, administrators, leaders, rulers. Vaishyas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Vaishya, men, humans of commerce, men and women of commerce. Commercial people, Vaishyas. Shudras, workers. Workers. In each one of us, all four would exist. Sometime you would be a thinker, maybe little. And you would be, sometimes you would be a leader of a small responsibility, what you have taken. There is a Kshatriya in you. And sometimes you have to generate funds. You become a Vaishya. And sometimes you have to forget everything and give hard work. Shudra. In us also there is four, but at very minimum quantities. But one would be dominating all other three. Other three would be very, very minimum. But this one aspect of the four would be dominating. You would be either a thinker or a ruler or a person of commerce or a worker. These four varieties, these four classifications is what Krishna has made. That there are four types of people. Nobody is inferior or superior to you, nor anybody equal to you. Please understand, this is the beauty of life. No one is superior to you. No one is inferior to you, nor you can say I'm equal to somebody. How can you be equal to somebody? Each one of us is so unique. The fingerprints, what you have in your hand, no? The fingerprints, check. Nobody else on earth will have the same fingerprint. The Creator created you so unique. Each one of us is unique. Imagine physically, we are so unique compared to one another. Nobody looks like me. There could be slight similarities, but everybody is such a unique piece. And thought level, imagine the uniqueness. So none of us are equal. None of us are inferior to anybody. None of us are superior to anybody. Wake up, guys. Come on. Don't get into this thought once again. There's no one equal to you. You're not equal to anybody. But you are neither superior to anybody nor inferior to anybody. You are unique in your own. But the mind, what you have, in that mind, you could be a Brahmin, you could be a Kshatriya, you could be a Vaishya, you could be a Shudra. Krishna says this in the 4th chapter of the Gita. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam. Chaturvarnyam, these four classifications, maya srishtam. I created this for the betterment of living. These four types, I have created it. How? Guna karma vibhagashaha. How is it classified? It is classified by guna and karma. Guna, qualities, thoughts, qualities, and karma, action. Based on your action and quality of your thinking, you fall into these four. You understand? It is not by birth. Nobody can claim I'm a Brahmin or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya or a Shudra. That is nonsense. By birth, you are not. By guna and karma, you are. And this guna karma vibhagashaha is what Krishna created. That's what he says. I have classified this world into these four. So one of the greatest thinkers, according to me, in the recent times, let us say, I mean, there are so many millions of thinkers, but I would say the man who built the Indian Constitution, who wrote the Indian Constitution, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, to me, he's a thinker. He's a Brahmin. You understand? Because by guna and karma, according to what Krishna said, he's a Brahmin, he's a thinker. The first Paramveer award winner, Somnath Sharma. Sharma is seen as Brahmin, but he is a Kshatriya. He won the first Paramveer for India. On the independent India, the first Paramveer was won by him. He may come under the classification by his surname Brahmin. Sharma, no. He was a Kshatriya by guna and karma. Bill Gates, Vaishya. Ambani, Vaishya. Men of commercial people, you understand? So many people. men of commerce, commercial people, Vaishyas, workers. Everywhere you need all these four. So now you have to understand, when you say as a Brahmin, can I marry a person who is not a Brahmin? Please understand, according to your guna and karma in your mind, the temperament, what is fine for you, choose a marriage accordingly. Don't go by jati dharma with the body level. It doesn't exist that way. It is the matching of the mind. So in the mind, how you think, and you find somebody also having a similar thoughts, then both of you fall into that classification. Just because you said I'm a Brahmin girl, you may not be Brahmin by guna, or you could be. You understand? But you must choose according to your thoughts how they are, and then go ahead with marriage that way. Not by this kind of a differentiation what you have in mind. Because Krishna did not promote that, nor was it promoted. You just see Vyasa, combination. What a beautiful combination is Vyasa. His mother is a fisherwoman, father is a thinker. You understand? Parashara, thinker, a rishi. And mother, fisherwoman. Now he was born to them. What a genius Vyasa was. Valmiki too comes from that kind of a background only. But what he has given to us, Valmiki was killing people. A quality of a Shudra he had all the while. There, going, destroying, looting, and that way, living in a forest somewhere. But then Narad changed him. Narad guided him. That man transformed. His guna and karma was so low at one point of time. Then the guna and karma changed after being initiated into Ramayana. Valmiki rose from there to the greatest rishi, Adi Kavi. So Shudra could be in any classification, any caste, what you're calling today, Brahmana. The Shudra qualities could be in a Brahmin. Or somebody who was born Shudra could be thinking like a Brahmin. So do not go by Janma. It is not classified by Janma. It is classified by Guna and Karma across the nation, across the globe. In all nations, these four classifications would exist. Choose it according to what suits your temperament. Because when you marry, the compatibility is very important. A successful marriage is when the husband and wife jointly walk the path, sharing with each other, enjoying, cherishing one another's company. That way you travel, helping each other to evolve further, celebrating life together. If the thought process is not matching, they are different, then it is very hard. Compatibility not there, then adjustment becomes difficult. So you must choose according to your classification in the mind, who will suit your temperament. Choose that way, live life well. Nice talking to you people. Commit yourself to the Bhagwad Geeta, and
Swamiji,
best wishes.
Swa-
Yes, please.
Swamiji, we have one more question. Last
We
question.
have time? Okay, I'm fine. Yeah,
Yes.
tell me. Go ahead.
Namaste. My name is Angun Rondrang and I am from Arunachal Pradesh. Hari Om Swamiji.
Yes,
I
please.
always have the doubt that is the need of Guru in our life, or the God whom we worship as Krishna and Shiva can be our Guru. Thank you.
I'm so happy with your question. The questions which have come out today are all brilliant questions. My guru is Swami Chinmayananda. Okay. His guru is Swami Tapovan Maharaj. Tapovan Maharaj had no guru. You think, do I need a guru is your question. My guru is Swami Chinmayananda. His guru is Swami Tapovan Maharaj. Tapovan Maharaj had no guru. Tapovan Maharaj was self-made. He was born close to enlightenment, lived in the world for a while. He did not need a teacher, went searching all by himself, found the truth, reached the truth by himself. So Tapovan Maharaj did not have a guru because he did not need one. He's found his way all by himself, one. And there's another great master in the south by name Ramana Maharishi, whose book is also very, Upadesasaram is a very popular book. And Ramana Maharishi from Tiruvannamalai in Tamil Nadu is worldwide known. He never had a guru. People have taken Ramana as their guru, but Ramana did not have a guru. You understand? So there are so many people who have reached the truth, had no guru. But there are so many others like me who needs a guru. I was not born into that kind of a clarity. I was born in confusion. I need to be guided. So a teacher is necessary. Now, we have a beautiful book, Bhagavad. In Bhagavad, there are 24 gurus. It is called Avadhuta Geeta, where a wandering mendicant walks around. He finds 24 gurus. Sun was his guru. Moon was his guru. The wind passing was his guru. He picked up a lesson from each of this, learned something, and made his way. He had 24 gurus. You understand? So some people need more teachers. Some people may need just one teacher. Some may not need teacher at all. It all depends upon the individual. Now comes very important. When you come to a teacher, the teacher should make you independent. If the teacher is making you dependent, then the teaching, there is some flaw in the teacher or in the teaching. A teacher should make a person independent. Please remember, if the teacher makes a person keep depending on the teacher, then it is wrong. My guru used to tell always, I am only a pointer, not the pointed. If you hold on to the pointer, you can't see the pointed. So please understand. So may you meet the best of the teachers, and may all those people whom you meet make you independent, and may you move on. And at some point of time, the teacher is necessary to initiate you. No teacher, please remember, no teacher can take you to truth. No teacher can. If there is a teacher who says, come to me, I will take you there, please run away from them. Krishna did not do that to Arjuna. Krishna taught Arjuna 701 slokas of the Gita. After teaching, Krishna says, Arjuna, I told you what I have to tell you. Now you do what you want. Look at the freedom the teacher is giving to the student. After teaching 701 verses, Krishna said, Arjuna, I have taught you what you have to learn. Now you do what you want. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do now because I've given you the knowledge. A teacher never made Arjuna dependent. Krishna could have told in the beginning, you don't worry, Arjuna, I'll take care, you come with me. He did not. He said, what the hell are you doing? How can you run away from the battlefield? You take up your bow and face the challenges. Meet the demons. Come on, inside and outside. Motivated him to do it. Once he gave the knowledge, Krishna stepped out. Was not holding on to him. He just left, go. So a teacher should make a student independent, number one. And those people who have not reached that point of clarity where you can walk on your own, you definitely need guidance. It could be from one or it could be from many. You have to check. If you're comfortable, if you're fine with one, all questions are answered, no need to look anywhere else, it's wonderful. But if that is not the case, then you may have to consider a few more. That's why we have a whole lot of books. You understand the variety of books what we have. Adi Shankara's books are there, Ramana Maharishi's books are there, Upanishads are there, and that too given by so many rishis. Bhagwad Geeta is there, Ramayana is there. All are different authors. You understand? Somebody may interpret to you these books. But each book is given by different people. So if you are fine with one teacher, very good. In my case, I was fortunate. I met one person by name Swami Chinmaya at my early age, connected with that person, and I had no requirement to turn this side or that side, nor was a need in me to look out for anybody else. He was so complete for me. I found everything what I needed in him. I found my way, and believe me, he made me independent, not cling on to him. He used to give knowledge, and then when we have to run back to him, he'll say, no, don't come. Now you go and work in the field. Why are you coming back again and again to me? Send us away. Because he has taught, not that I'll keep running back to him again and again for what? He has taught, go and live, and he has told us to do work and do. That work will lead you to purification, do it. So he was a teacher who never made us dependent on him. Taught us and made us move. Not that he called every time, come, sit with me. Every possible time, come and sit with me. No. He said, I've taught you, now you go, live. That was him. Maybe you find somebody like that. If that is not the case, you may learn from different people. There's nothing wrong, because we are learning from different books authored by different people. You can learn from different people, which suits your temperament. At some place you will find the attunement. And once you find the attunement, from there you will go on and slowly make the books your guide. That's why here also today on Vivekananda Jayanti, we are talking about Bhagwad Geeta. Let that book guide you. May that book be your anchor. That is what Chinmaya Mission is doing. Chinmaya Mission is not producing gurus. Chinmaya Mission is teaching scriptures. It is a book-based organization, not person-based. We teach the book. So may you slowly anchor yourself in the book and find your way. Do you need a guru? It's up to you. If you're like Tapan Maharaj, you don't need. Or you may just need one, or you may need many. And if you don't find such gurus around you who are not living the values what you expected, drop. Don't get frustrated. Go to Krishna, he will be your guru. Go to Shiva, he will be your guru. You asked me, can Krishna or Shiva be my guru? Of course they can be your guru. It's up to you how you take it, how you connect. Take it and move, because it's your life. Do not foolishly invest in somebody who is improper, and don't waste your life. Gauge them, analyze them, check them out. If they're fine, spend time with them. There is something to learn. If that is not happening, you don't find such people, drop it. Nothing. Krishna will guide you, Shiva will guide you. You accept and you move on. Valmiki took one name and he found his way. Narad did not sit with him and guide him. Narad initiated one mantra. Rest Valmiki did on his own. Self-taught, actually. Valmiki was just on a connect. That's all he did. So it's up to each one where you stand, whether you need a guru or not. You need to take a call. Check it out with people around, and you find someone living what they are teaching, practicing what they are preaching. Then you may spend a little more time to know, but not to depend on them. Spend time to know more. That way. And of course, the books can be your guru. Krishna can be your guru. Vivekananda can be your guru. Swami Chinmaya can be your guru. You have not met them, but they can be your guru, because their books are there. Their guidance is there. You turn and you do. Ekalavya did that. He did not even meet Drona. He sat down and he prayed, and he got what he wants. So it's up to you to choose. Choose correctly. Best wishes.